So let's go ahead and get right into it, guys. So let's check out this article. Shout out to comicbook.com. It says, as of Tuesday morning, Disney completely controls Hulu.
Dang.
Disney and Comcast announced a new deal on Tuesday, which is this morning, early this morning, giving Disney full operational control of Hulu going forward. This takes effect immediately, though Comcast still owns 33% of the streaming company. The two companies have entered what is called a put/call agreement, which means that there is a 5-year tentative contract in place. As early as 2024, Comcast can require Disney to purchase NBC Universal's 33% ownership stake. Likewise, at that time, Disney could require NBC Universal to sell that stake at fair market value. Another big piece of the puzzle is the streaming rights to all of NBC Universal's content. In addition to the put-call agreement, Comcast has agreed to stream all of NBC Universal's content on Hulu until that 2024 time period. So we have contracts in place. They come to an agreement to the point where, hey, fair market value, you have to sell it to me. That's what Disney is saying. Or it's the vice versa. Comcast, Disney purchases the rest of it. They can sell it to Disney. But either way it goes, Disney will get that 33% in 5 years. That's exactly what it looks like to me. What is y'all take on the mouse taking over the greenhouse? Ronan, I want to get your take, man. What's your take on this, bro?
That castle is really powerful, man.
It's powerful,
a lot
bro.
of magic in
this
there.
This is huge.
It's ridiculous. Like, it ain't going. So, like,
a lot of magic
them
in
buying
there.
everything. Are they going to be in competition with themselves? Like, they don't. It's like they don't want to battle anybody else. They just want to control everything. That's weird to me.
Why did you say competition with? You talking about Disney Plus?
Yeah,
Disney Plus has their streaming service coming
they're
out.
putting their stamp on everything. So it's like they're really not in competition with anybody. They're trying to buy the competition and just kind of oversee everything. I don't think that that's fair in a sense, like, because I mean,
crazy.
you have other companies that are putting out different things, and you want to see other genres. Like, what's going to happen? Like, if it's all the same, you know what I mean? That's what I kind of fear. They're making moves, yes. Business standpoint, that's a great idea. But when you talk about creativeness, it's like, well, what happens now? Like, it's going to be limited because a lot of what you're going to see on Hulu, Disney Plus, is going to feel the same. It's going to feel oversaturated. You're going to get tired of it because you're going to be like, damn, Disney owns this too. They're over here now? Like, so where's the fine line at? And I don't like the sound of it, but from a business point of view, it's great. But as a consumer who's going to be putting money down and watching or maybe still deciding, it's kind of hurts.
Which is the important part. As consumers,
it kind of hurts.
Is this what we want? You say it hurts. You think it's a negative thing because you're automatically probably thinking lack of content from other companies.
Content, yeah. And then the grown-ups and stuff and the teenagers, man, that want to see gritty storytelling and gritty, style television, a lot is going to be watered down. And that was the kind of problem we had with Disney already. And the stuff that's, for families is cool, but you want to have some diverse, some adult stuff in there too. And I feel like we may not get that, because Hulu had a lot of that stuff. But now that the Magic Castle's coming in, that might be gone.
So they're putting Marvel content across both platforms anyway. You're gonna have stuff on Disney Plus. You're gonna have stuff that's already on Hulu.
Yep.
They already have programs that are on Hulu right now.
But does that change though?
I don't know. Let's start this discussion. J3, what's your take on this? How do you feel?
I agree with Ronan. It is a good idea, business move moving forward. Own everything. The problem is just nobody want to own anything. Everybody's being suckers now, and they just sitting up there letting everybody buy everything. They're not investing in themselves. It's just like it's a sad time, and I'll say in history right now because of a company like Disney's magnitude buying so much and knowing what they want to do.
So you're completely negative on this. It's a sucker thing to you.
It's sucker because it's like, dang, y'all, like you said, y'all got this too. It's just more when you look at the things that they've done in the past from properties that they have purchased, they have not elevated those properties. They've let people be fools and just kept it going. Oh, they'll take it, and then they never. Competition is the key of life. Without competition, there's no growth. It goes from the first men. This guy ran faster. I got to jump higher. We got to do things to get ourselves better. If your only competition is yourself, shout out to Fabulous, you can't elevate. Think about it. If Eazy-E was the beacon of rap,
Well, look, well,
stuck.
Apple has announced that they're coming into the fold with a streaming service. That's a new competitor entering the market, so maybe that's more competition for Disney.
Apple ain't competition, because Apple is the same thing as Disney. You gotta look at it. It's like, remember when Samsung came out? Samsung cell phones were just better than Apple, and then Samsung
Still are.
to a degree, but then Samsung started trying to be like Apple, and they started losing certain traits on their type of phone quality, trying to catch up to what they were doing instead of just being 100% different.
Yeah.
When you come into business like that, it starts to you notice it. It's we're going down a dark hill, man. It's like everyone's you have to go to Best Buy now. You don't have Good Guys. You don't have Circuit City. There's no competition.
Wow.
You need competition, and they already bought Fox, bro. They got Fox.
Still got to have a good business model, J3, and the Good Guys. They were expensive. They didn't have everything you needed.
Yeah.
They went under.
Yeah.
Best Buy tight though, man. I love Best Buy. I love going there just looking at these window shopping and shit.
Yeah, but
What happened to the movie
You a
section,
window
though?
shopper.
That's what I do, man. Hey, I go
Where that movie
I go
section
look.
at?
I look at the 85-inch TVs, man. Like, oh man, you know. And then if they had a
about the
computer,
consumer product?
Good Guys, Circuit City. I feel that I'm looking at the same thing.
it's not necessarily.
I mean,
it's not necessarily looking at
I'm
things.
just saying.
Best Buy is numbered as well. They're about to be done in the next couple of years. Amazon's taking over everybody.
Oh, facts.
Walmart's gonna struggle to hold
and
on.
who
GameStop is gone.
who was
Scrap.
GameStop been gone.
Rest in peace.
Maybe the chat could look it up because I'm not. I'm about 100% on this one, but Amazon is owned by whom?
Amazon. They're their own thing.
They got a company above that.
Nah. It's
last I-
the man who just got his buck split.
I know.
That's the creator. that's the owner.
Somebody look it up. I remember.
It's
because-
owned by that man.
No. I know that. But what I'm saying
He
is
just
that
packaged.
there's
In
like
the stock exchange, it's Amazon.
there's like people that have stocks in Amazon that are just
Yeah.
as major as they are.
Nah, but it's Amazon. Amazon is the top.
Yeah, I'm gonna look it up because I
Like Alpha,
I think that
Apple
I
is
think
Alphabet,
the mouse
ABC.
I think the mouse has a hand in that because the mouse has a special.
No.
Like,
Disney,
Castle, man, I'm telling you.
Disney, this
Magical.
motherfucker.
No.
Amazon, Apple,
because
bruh.
I remember
Amazon
looking
Amazon
at,
and Apple
Amazon
are not.
I remember looking at a map of what companies own what, and I remember seeing even though Amazon's big, it was still under somebody. I don't know who it was.
It's not.
All right, I gotta look it up, but somebody look it up because I saw a
Toontown,
map and it was
shopping
owned under
center.
somebody or they, you know what I mean?
Jay, I checked. Amazon is majority owned by themselves. They have
Okay,
other
cool.
shareholders though, which is normal for a corporation.
That's what
company.
it was. It was.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
them. It's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
them.
But
Apple don't have no part of that.
it's Apple's the same way. You gotta look at it. Who take risk? Apple hasn't took a risk since Steve Jobs, so they're consumed on what they do. Disney don't take much risk neither.
They play safe all the time.
You play it safe. That's what made companies strive. It was risk and different things, and you had different tastes and different likes. We're going to a world where everybody's going to eat the same, breathe the same, look the same.
Mr. Mojo Ryson in the comment section says, once these big companies take over the little man, say bye to creativity. Look at Pixar only relying on sequels.
Yep.
I mean, that's the business model of these corporations, man. Brands, franchising, sequels. That you're gonna get stuff like sequels and stuff like that when it's involved with it.
And people have to.
It's about less risk with bigger companies. That's why places like Blumhouse are really important.
Yeah.
Quentin
appreciate
Tarantino,
that. Yeah.
his company that he shared with Weinstein, right?
Yeah, Bob and Harvey.
Yeah.
A24 film.
Yeah, A24. Yeah, that's
We
why
need
those are important,
companies, yeah.
and we still got those. Those are in.
Yeah, they're gonna get bought too.
Yeah,
Please
then
don't say
that's
that.
a problem. When Disney and bigger companies, hey, little guy, come here, you're mine.
That's what's going to happen.
That's the problem.
And we have to really pay attention. Everyone, I can't stress this. Just because of X-Men, take Fox. Y'all crazy for that. Because now they own everything. Now they own half this.
I still
what I feared.
still think there's good and bad on that though, man.
It's a
I think
lot of
Disney will
bad,
do some
bro.
great things with Fox IP.
It's a lot of bad on that, man. Look at Mickey Mouse. He's not even animated no more. It's a lot of bad on this, man.
He's animated, it's just different animation, 3D
I'm
animation.
He's
good,
live
bro,
action now.
and it ain't entertaining. I'm just saying.
All right, so you're negative on it.
Yeah, I don't
you're
know.
negative on it, Ronan.
Little bit, yeah.
HD3, what's your
Yeah,
stance?
I feel that from a standpoint of a viewer, there I'm afraid that I'm not gonna get the stuff that I want to watch on Hulu anymore because I love Hulu. I watch Hulu literally every single day of the week. I watch Hulu.
Are you watching more Hulu than Netflix?
Way more Hulu than Netflix. Way more. Because I'm a TV show guy.
Oh, I'm a movie guy.
Yeah,
Got you.
Hulu is pro TV.
Yeah, true.
Netflix is pro movies.
Film, yeah.
So yeah. So it's like
although Netflix does have some great original programming though. Designated Survivor, Kiefer Sutherland, really good show.
And Hulu has some good movies on there too.
Classics too.
With commercials on them. Ugh.
Oh, I don't pay.
You do that? Yeah.
I don't.
$12 a month.
I don't either.
No,
I don't either. But they have the breaks, the little.
Nah,
Where it has to figure itself
Yeah,
out.
they're
Oh
from-
wait, he
they're-
paid.
Yeah, they're from.
Get out of my face.
They're from
Oh wait, he paid.
Wow.
that little circle up there.
No.
Yeah,
He paid.
might be quick. But it's there.
No.
Continue.
And their movies are taken from TV.
Dang.
They're trash.
FX and stuff.
FX Avengers is not the Avengers.
It's whack.
It's the FX version.
Wow, I didn't know
Movies
that.
suck. It's all zoomed in and blurry. That ain't
That's
a real.
crazy. Wait, you paying for that?
They have.
Yeah, if you want that Dolby Digital, the Dolby
I'm
Vision,
paying for the TV shows.
come to
okay,
Netflix.
okay.
The movies are plus.
Gotcha,
The movies
gotcha.
are plus.
So
I'm
you're
not
focusing more
paying for
television.
movies
I
for
got you.
Hulu. But
Okay.
yeah, but
Alright.
I'm afraid that it's gonna be like a Disney-fied, man. Like I'm gonna get the rated R.
Oh, okay.
You know?
I was gonna ask, what's Disney-fied?
Yeah. Like the PG, the G's, you know, the
white
and,
gloves.
and you saying
The white gloves.
You saying off stream, you know, Ghost Rider, you know, what's up with that now?
What's happening
Like,
with exactly.
Ghost Rider, you know,
Thank you.
that would have been tight, but now like who knows, you know? So from a
Consumer.
business standpoint,
It all makes sense.
it's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, it's
Look,
fantastic.
Disney, you're tight.
But we're not a business, though. We're consumers.
Mickey
Yeah.
Mouse, you're great, bro.
Oh, thank you.
but I fear for future that it's going to be same thing. Like they can't own everything, but I fear that they're trying to own everything. It's clear that they want to own the whole world.
Okay.
Remember,
And that's the issue.
There's a couple of donations that I want to get to, and then we'll go back to J3. HG Squeezy gave us $5.
Hey,
Thank you, HG Squeezy. He says it's called Monopoly.
I wish I could
Disney
say.
is sprinkling that Mickey Mouse magic and taking what they can to build an empire. It's time we create our own. Hashtag Jody's Corner, baby.
hey,
Hey, shout out to people out here trying to make their dreams come true, like myself. It's happening. It's right before your very eyes. I went from nothing but a camera phone and a computer desktop light
and a couch.
to studio, baby. You know what I'm saying? And it's all because of y'all, and it's all for y'all. You know, the little guy. Shout out to the little guy. Speaking of the little guy, Chrisette Noel says, "I love you, Jody. 4 quality brothers on my screen." Some dancing and shit. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. J3, how you feel? FFC, thank you for putting my address down there for business inquiries and things like that. J3.
Well, you know, it's just like, for instance, a couple years back on YouTube, what did Disney do? They bought a bunch of channels. They just dropped bread on everybody's channel. Anybody that had epic quality, like, you know, the rap, epic rap battles, that was one of the major ones. All those game channels, Disney
Fine
bought them
Road.
all, bro.
They brought them
Bought them
too.
all, and then had them fools looking like slaves the next week. Yeah, welcome to just gonna do this, like, guys. All right. They just bought everybody's stuff, and that's what they do. And they did it so they can, because they had a big
But hold on
following.
now, hold on. They did sell it though.
Stipulations to that, though.
You sold it.
True, but at the same time, they sold it. You know what I'm saying? It's sometimes, like, we had a conversation about that, like, what would you sell and things like that.
Yes, we did.
You know what I mean? And that's one of the main reasons why it's like, you know what, sometimes you gotta stand back and look at the situation with what you have, because you can sell something and then still try to rebuild it, but it might not hit the second time. You know, sometimes blessings don't hit in the same area. You know, and when you see companies like this, I think it's cool, but also it's a bad thing because they own it too much and ain't nobody else investing nothing. They stopped the cell phone companies from monopolizing each other Because wasn't AT&T finna buy like
Singular. They bought Singular. I think they took Singular.
they
out.
bought Singular, but they was gonna go for Sprint
about it,
and T-Mobile.
Right. So AT&T was trying to buy T-Mobile, and then Sprint got involved and complained to the federal government that it's not fair. It's kind of like a monopoly, but it really wasn't. And the government rejected the deal. So that's why T-Mobile is alive to this day.
Wow.
But it's owned under Sprint.
T-Mobile under Sprint?
Yes, sir.
It is? No, it's not. T-Mobile bought
T-Mobile's not
Boost.
its own.
Metro.
T-Mobile got Metro.
T-Mobile bought Metro, and and Sprint just owns.
I think,
This is just Sprint. Verizon.
Sprint don't own T-Mobile.
Sprint don't own T-Mobile.
Last time,
That's a GSM network. They don't carry a CDMA network. There's two different type of technologies. I don't think Sprint owns
you
T-Mobile.
keep it the same way, but you don't change the tech. You gotta check the tech.
Right.
But regardless of it, you know, we have a lot of
Rashid C says Mickey equals unlimited power. Execute order 66. They said T-Mobile's trying to buy Sprint.
oh, there's the other way.
Okay, yeah, so it makes sense.
But it's too
Squashed eyeball.
it's too much problems going on with this business stuff, man. All I hear is Disney. I don't hear nobody else, no other corporations trying to do nothing, trying to build nothing. Apple staying to themselves.
But what does that tell you, though? Shouldn't that tell you something? Look,
That means
NBC Universal owns 33%. That's
Not
Comcast.
That's enough to get bought out.
That's Comcast. That's Time Warner. That's basically Warner Brothers. And they lobbied to buy the other? Are they coming to Disney again? Since we lost the bid, and look at the bid for Fox. Comcast put a bid of I forgot what it was. It was around $60 billion, and then Disney said, "Freak you! Here's $75 billion," and they won. They bought Fox. So that money that you saved, that $60 billion that you didn't spend, Comcast, Time Warner, why didn't you take a couple billion of that and say, "Well, let me buy the rest of Hulu then"? They didn't, because you know what? They don't care.
And that's the problem. It's the wrong.
Should we penalize the people who are smarter and care more?
Let's say if they're not smarter or not. That's just it seems like a plot.
And they just entered an agreement. If we
bruh,
look at our article,
it seems like
they entered an agreement in this contract that they signed, which means that they can require Disney to purchase the. They want that. They want to sell it.
Shout out to a mole, bro. That don't even sound like.
They
Warner
want
Brothers,
to
bruh.
sell it.
You know Warner Brothers on that other stuff, bro. This sound like a mole in there. Disney. Everybody selling their stuff to Disney. Sound like they bred particular people in a certain time frame. This is some old comic book stuff, but to infiltrate these companies, bro, they just selling all these stuff.
Hydra.
That don't make no sense.
Maybe
I know it.
It's like, think of it this way: people's focus are in different positions, right? Fox sold their movies to double down on their sports and news broadcasting.
Right.
So that's a shift. Like, all right, basically Fox said, "Freak the movies, get them out of here, sell them."
Yeah,
we're gonna double down on FS1, and we're gonna double down on Fox News. Regardless of how you feel about it, they're upgrading it and they're doubling down on that.
At the same time, Disney still has ESPN, ABC News, and still have everything to go against them.
But that's funny. FS1 is killing ESPN right now. So good thing that Fox chose to focus their stuff on something that they're good at, and now they're competing with Disney, not in the movies, but for sports media, news. FS1's killing at ESPN. Skipper Shannon or First Take?
We already know. Skip.
All right. Colin Cowherd. Okay. His show's great.
So, all right, Skip is what, 65?
I thought he was 100.
Okay.
But okay.
I was being nice. So there's a limit to that. Man. You know what I'm saying? And you know, it's we got to look at it not now and look at later. We're about to hit a wall, bro. And one of the main things I have to say, I blame the consumers for this, because no one bought DVDs, no one went and watched movies, no one went and purchased toys, clothing. You bootleg, you stole, you did all this. Now companies don't even want the stuff no more because they see there's no revenue in that. And Disney is, I think that's one of the reasons why they're buying it. Disney is just buying up the stuff right now. And now we're gonna lose the content because the movies that Fox would have competed with to go against Disney, guess what? Those movies ain't finna come out. And shout out to Warner Brothers still keeping a little something that they got going on. That's some competition right there. We're gonna have a lot of bland freaking movies moving forward. I'm telling y'all, man, y'all gonna be the independent world is finna shoot up like a rocket, And guess what's going to be at their door knocking to buy that off of them? I'm telling you, man.
Wild Hunt 2020 says AT&T, Time Warner, and Warner Brothers, it's all one company, is the only company who could compete with Disney. AT&T alone can outspend Disney. So what happened was AT&T
bought Warner Brothers.
bought Time Warner
Time
Media,
Warner, yeah.
which is everything.
Comcast
It's
and all that.
NBC,
Yeah,
Warner
yeah.
Brothers. And that's AT&T at the very top. That's heavy spending power that they have. So I guess you would say AT&T / Warner Brothers is equal in power to what Disney can do, maybe even more. You have AT&T and Disney, and then what? Like Universal around there? Is Universal
NBC.
and is dang, that's all under Comcast Time Warner then.
But you got to look at it.
ABC,
But
Paramount?
but
Paramount, TriStar,
but what-
Sony.
Sony.
but
Yeah,
what
try
but what's
something.
going out? Cable, Time Warner.
And-
Ain't nobody paying for that
That's
stuff.
that's the thing I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's smart. Disney, look, I don't know if this is a bad thing or looking at it off first glance, like, oh yeah, it looks bad. And I can agree with J3, HC3, and Ronan that yeah, it looks bad. But I'm not so sure that this is the wrong move. I think this is probably the smart move. They might be able to funnel and use Hulu to give more mature superhero shows, while on their Disney Plus streaming service give you more of the Disney sprinkle branded stuff. Look what they did. Let's really break it down. Disney bought Fox. Disney, under the Disney umbrella, will still release PG kiddie movies. I think they're going to utilize Fox to make out rated R movies. Then we talk about that. You're going to use Fox to push out rated R films under the guise of Fox while it's Disney making the bread. That's in film and theaters. What did they just do here? They're doing the same thing for streaming. Now we have our own streaming service. We're la da da rainbows, and now we got Hulu, which we could put out R-rated, mature-rated content. So they're killing it in the theater, and they're gonna be killing it on streaming.
Right.
That's huge.
Has Disney ever released a rated R film?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which one?
Dead Presidents is under Disney, bro.
Enemy of the State.
You mean the state?
Yeah.
Yeah, President says Buena Vista. Yeah.
You mean the state?
Dead Presidents, man. They could release. They release
Touchstone
fire.
Pictures.
If you
Buena Vista home video.
if you look up films from the 90s and 2000s
Wow.
that are rated R, some of the best ones,
Oh,
Disney put them.
Okay, when was the last rated R film? What year?
I don't know. It wouldn't have been under Disney.
It'll be on a
It would have been under
Touchstone
like
or-
a subsidiary, like
Wait
what
a
they
minute,
just
so
did,
hold on.
Fox. So now Fox is a Disney subsidiary. So everything Fox put out is Disney. But the benefit of it is we don't have our brand right on the film. So we're stepping away, still getting all the money, but we're going to put the Fox logo on it and release it as rated R, knowing it's still us.
See that's a what
It's a win-win.
I know what you're
Yeah,
saying.
yeah,
I
I
know
see.
what you're saying.
It's
But
Win-win.
but at the same time, it's just like Marvel. Marvel's its own company. Take Marvel away from Disney and let Marvel do Marvel.
That will never happen. It's over.
See, there you go. So now
Plain and
let's
safe.
take it all. Marvel is owned by Disney. Don't expect to get that.
Yeah. That's right.
The Fox logo, all that stuff like that. Yeah, of course they can do that. That's good. But then you think about the competition factor. Am I going to give you my heavy hitter the same time Disney heavy hitter come out and give customers a choice? Absolutely not. I'm going to push back, move around, give priority to my property more so than their property.
Right.
I remember somebody asked me, they said, won't you should write and turn your work into to DC Comics and Marvel. And I said, absolutely not. Because if my stuff is better than what Batman and X-Men can do, they're going to shelf the shit out my stuff and they're going to push that. So I'll be losing. That's exactly what they finna do.
We have our own takes on that. We disagreed on that stance, but we won't get into that. I think that sometimes you just got to take that leap of faith and you got to put yourself out there,
You
man.
mean leap of safe? Is that what you mean?
well,
How
for,
many-
for Disney, that's leap of safe.
Okay.
But as what J3 was
Because
talking
what
about,
you said was interesting. Like I was going to ask you because when you said Touchstone Pictures on home video, they also were behind Michael Bay's The Rock.
yeah,
So, are we saying they're going back to basics, or are they really going to do that? Because what you said sounds good, but are they really going to push that?
This is
Because you
why-
got those consumers.
this is why I was happy. This is why I was happy that Disney bought Fox because
Yeah.
I know. Picture this: Fox released trash Alien, right?
Okay.
Alien.
Shit.
Look, however we feel about it, for me, Alien Covenant trash.
Yeah.
First two all day.
Terrible.
Oh,
Terrible.
okay.
She
Go
used a shotgun on
Terrible.
blood and slipped.
Predator.
Terrible.
Predator. Trash.
The-
Predator.
Wait.
trash.
Wait,
The one that just came out with
Okay.
Olivia
You
Munn.
gotta say that. You gotta say that.
The Predator.
87's tight.
Yeah, because it was funny.
yeah.
It was funny.
That was a good comedy.
Yeah, it was very funny.
Yeah,
Very funny.
right.
It was.
Yeah.
Okay, right. So there we are. Imagine all of
Tom
the
Jane.
Disney has.
I love him.
Disney is consistent with one thing: quality. They're consistent with another thing. They are able to tell stories that make you feel some type of way. Imagine that Disney element on top of a Fox Predator film with quality
I
writers.
see the
and
Magic
screenplays.
Castle and monsters running around singing.
No, it's Fox. It's still Fox. It's a lot of the people who worked under the on Alien films in the past. But the difference here is you do answer to us, but we're going to let you do your thing for the most part. In fact, your $70 million budget film that you had, since we're Disney, let's go ahead and double that and see what you can come out with.
So
I got another one. So
Okay.
all right, you got
Go
Disney
for it.
XD, right?
Yeah.
And they already have heavy hitter franchises. We're talking about animated cartoons and live action
And
shows.
it's gone. I lost it.
Shows movies that may not get sequels, I think will be exclusive to do like an actual continuation of a live action series. Tron, for example.
Yeah.
If they do a live action Tron series, they will get me as a subscriber for life. See what I'm saying? That's a franchise people want to see come back.
But no one saw
because-
it. But no one watched it, though, Roman.
No,
That didn't do
they
good in the
did.
box
They did.
office.
Blu-ray sales. We're talking about consumer, like he said, buying movies and digital stuff. And there was an animated series on XD, Uprising. They need to invest in what they didn't believe in. Now that they have a platform to do it, they can come back to it because we're not talking about cable network. We're talking about streaming service. They can do whatever they want.
Yeah.
They're buying up everything. They have power now. They can give us a Tron series.
And
They
Iron
can.
number 4
They
can.
can.
be a series.
Always
That
had
was
power.
under-
They
Always
can,
had
they
power.
can release
Always had
multiple.
power.
They don't even have to make money.
What I'm
They can
saying
just
is
put 'em
they
out.
should invest in stuff that they weren't really focused on, and I think that will push people in. And like you said about the Hulu thing, if they're going to really push Hulu, that needs to be the platform for adult-based content.
Yeah,
you have
that's what I'm
XD
thinking.
Plus, so
That's what I'm
Why would
thinking.
you why would you use damage control for both when you have XD over here?
Because
and then
that's
you got
Disney,
That's
bro.
what I'm thinking.
Because I'm gonna say this, and then AC3 go ahead.
Yeah, I'm
but
sorry,
this is the thing, man. I don't think we pay attention enough to what Disney is. I watch a lot of the Disney cartoons, and they all suck. Now they have put all their money. They got all these Spider-Man, this guy, Spider-Man, his friend.
Cartoons for the most part nowadays suck.
Bruh, but Disney,
like those. I
but
like
Disney
the
is the
superhero
beacon of cartoons besides Tiny Toons or Looney Tunes. And their cartoons suck, bruh. I think the last decent one they brought out was the revived DuckTales. Besides that,
Yeah, see?
everything else is really bad.
Platform.
Their Star Wars is lame now. It's like, bruh, stop it. Their superhero shows are not heroic. They don't make you feel no type of way. They're just there to sell even more toys. Even though cartoons were there to make toys and stuff.
out here
Earthrise Heroes. That was cool though, right?
But that wasn't Disney. You see what I'm
That's
saying?
what HG3 has to say.
That wasn't Disney.
It's cool. Hey, I think that their beacon is
Ultimate
movies
Fighter?
now. CGI movies, I think, is their beacon.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm
Trying
saying.
like
Disney's beacon is movies now.
But
bro.
Disney always been about the movies. The movies always been epic. But
Live
also they had their Saturday morning cartoons. They had those things.
that's all.
Disney Afternoon.
What I'm saying is the idea of how you saying, yeah, it sounds great. But they're not doing it with the new properties they have received. They're not even doing it with the stuff they can do it with.
Well, the future's not TV; it's streaming. Maybe they see TV as dead.
That's where
so
I'm
that's
getting
why
at.
they're going to put everything
So,
on streaming.
That should
But
be
it
more
is
original to be
streaming.
originality.
And these shows are lame.
No. Streaming is different than television. Cable is
Cable.
gone, bro.
I get it.
And that Disney XD is a cable show.
I get
It's a
it.
cable
but-
channel.
But it's
And it could be
streamed.
much more.
They have a lot of them shows streaming.
All those shows will be on their streaming.
Bro, they try to bring That So Raven back, G. Them fools is washed.
They gonna bring. I heard they're bringing. Oh, that's Nickelodeon. All that. I heard they're bringing all that.
Oh,
All
yeah.
that back.
Yeah, Warner
I
Brothers.
think it's great,
Warner Brothers,
man.
wash for
Cool.
that, bro.
I saw that.
They're washed for that, bro. You can't relive certain things.
You never know, man. You never know.
So you saying like,
Oh,
like
that
as
might
far
be
as
cool.
as far as you saying let the Disney owns it, but let them like with Fox. Okay, we're Disney, but you guys are Fox, so you guys could do your thing.
Here it is. Let me give you.
I don't
Let me
I
give you a
don't
real life
agree with
example.
that.
Here it is. Disney comes up. Let's not use Disney. Thank you, Ronan.
Yeah.
E-moment.
What is a good? What is a company?
Brother.
Not a good.
We're brothers.
Let's just say a big
mate.
Watch Mojo. Let's say Watch Mojo, right? They're a big YouTube channel, right? Watch Mojo says, "Jody, we like your stuff. We want to buy your channel." You want to buy my channel? Yes. Here's money. We'll buy your channel. We own your content, and we want you to still host your channel like normal. We don't want to change anything. We want you to do your thing like you do, but we just want to be the owner of it.
That's tight.
That's tight. That's what I'm saying
That's
about
winning.
Disney Fox. Maybe they'll let that same thing. We're Disney. We own you. Do you. Final say through us, but do you.
Did they do that to their YouTube channels? No.
Nah.
Well, no.
It's a reason.
Yeah,
It's
they
a
did.
It's a reason.
Yes, they did.
It's the reason they want
that
to buy it.
That douchebag piece of crap, PewDiePie,
PewDiePie,
who
yeah.
sang all the N-words and Heil Hitler and shit, he was sponsored by a Disney company.
Magical.
They only pulled out once the news reported on him, bro. Disney's been backing PewDiePie for years.
The white gloves. I told you.
They didn't let him. Disney was letting him do all that stupid swastika shit, bro.
PewDiePie.
And only until the news outed him. Shout out to the Wall Street Journal. Disney, there was a whoa. He lost that Disney company. So yes, Disney was supporting that motherfreaker, bro. There it is. Let me get to this donation. Jacob Angus put $20 out.
PewDiePie.
Sorry it took so long to get to that, Jacob. I saw it a long time ago, but thank you, bro. He says I'm late, but what's going on, League?
Oh, we chilling.
Chilling.
We
Chilling.
chilling, man. Talking movies,
Yeah,
man.
man.
Having a decent morning. I'm under the weather. I'm sick, but I had to give you guys this Jody's Corner live. If I don't have a fever, then I'm here. The fever is the only thing that'll make me stay in the house.
Okay. Yeah, let's see it.
Jody's Corner. Nickelodeon bought that Fresh Fred channel, Trash Fred channel. Sponsored by
Oh,
Watch
that
Mojo.
kid. I want a friend. Oh,
What is that?
That's that YouTube dude, bro.
Oh my god.
Whack, man.
The
high voice.
retarded one when you like watching?
Nah,
Okay. I thought. Okay.
Fred.
It's never like that, Jody. They're always sliding their agendas. Hey, you can say what you feel. Hey, this is the place to do it. Divine Justice, Allah. $5. Thank you, Divine Justice. I appreciate you, my G. Thank you for that epic $300 donation you did last month on me. I'll never forget it, bro. He says Disney has so much power now, it's scary. All films will have an SJW propaganda in it. They will all have 97% on Rotten Tomatoes.
There you go. We
All
back.
right, good. All right,
Hey,
so Jesus says,
that's what
watch
scares
Disney
me.
do this. Get Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN bundle package for $39.99 monthly.
Yep.
All right, we're back. We should be back now.
Hey, that what scares me, bro, right there, man. Like what he just said, man.
Yeah.
Everything that comes with Disney.
Yeah.
It's like
It was scary.
it's like The Rock, you know, trying to cast him in movies.
Yeah.
You know, you gonna get The Rock, but you'll get everything that come with The Rock.
Mm-hmm.
Disney, you gonna get everything that come with Disney, man. And
Saturated.
that's what I fear, man. I just from a consumer, I don't know, man. And I'm scared. I'm scared of the mouse.
You have the right to be scared, bro.
I'm scared of that magic, man.
And for me, we're all
It's strong.
The whole panel's negative on it. I'm reserving my judgment until I see the content. I want to see what they do.
I
It's
think
too
they-
late.
I
None of
think
us
they-
can
wait,
do it.
wait,
Let's see
wait.
what
You
they do.
said.
I don't want to be negative. I'm
Did
trying.
you say
like,
that it was a good thing? You was on the fence.
He's open.
Well, I'm open.
Yeah.
I'm still
He's
not
optimistic.
pro.
Open.
I'm 60-40 pro against. I'm more pro.
60-40.
I'm more pro, but my final
But
judgment
you
is
still-
reserved.
Okay.
I
Your
gotta
final
wait.
judgment is still
Yeah,
is not.
it's not final.
Okay,
I want to see what they.
I think the
I want to
content-
hear the
I-
news about projects they're coming out with, stuff like that.
I think the content will always be solid. You know what I mean? Content is, Disney's going to come with it, but the problem is the evolution of the content. You know, us being movie buffs, man, we read movies like books, bro. Oh, I know how this is going to end. I know how this. And if they ain't, and if they thinking like I'm thinking, what's the point of doing this when the audience is going to eat it up and take it down? Think about it, bro. Like, no, it's no shot at Endgame. I thought it was a great movie, but it replaced literally two
You
phenomenal
loved it,
films.
actually.
You know, Titanic is a great written
Yeah,
story
yeah.
and everything for its time, right? And it blew that away.
Yeah.
It blew it away, bro.
Shocking.
And well, what I'm saying is, look at the quality now. It's going to be the top movies. It's
Whose fault is that?
Disney
no.
owned.
I'm not saying. Look, what I'm saying is, the goal of a writer and a director and stuff back in the day was, man, you got to beat someone like James Cameron because of the creativity and what he put on the table, right? Even though how you feel about him. Now, if you look at the beacon as Endgame, we're finna get a lot of Endgame competitive type of movies, meaning we're gonna get oversaturated with the same type of deal. That's how I feel.
Monster movies.
But it's the same scenario. Like, you know, it was one thing like, okay, let me write this dope drama, and it swoops the whole world. Like, kind of like, you know, Star is Born, Bohemian Rhapsody, you know, things like that, where you're just like, you invested Fences, you invest in the film, film's quality. That not saying that Endgame's not quality, but it changes the beacon of gold now. It's like, I gotta have the biggest action-based movie now to get to $1 billion, $3 billion type of movie, and now it changed the whole dynamic. People were trying to catch up with Avatar because of what the CG was, and it was beautiful, and people were up in their game every year to be better than that. And now you replace Titanic, and you I think they almost did place Avatar already. So they're on their way, though. Yeah, it's on their way. So you look at the beacon now, it's changed, and it's in Disney favor. Even though Disney owns Titanic and Avatar now. You see what I'm saying? That's the crazy thing.
For the last 15 years, the movie industry has shifted because the audience's attention span has dwindled because social media took over our world. Eye candy trumps everything.
Digital movie making. That's the way to
teach and that is the real culprit of why our films suck. And our industry is going down the drain.
That's a good point.
It's eye candy, Ronan. It's social media, quick, fast, in a hurry. It's eye candy trumps acting, direction, script, story. It trumps it all. You could put out Transformer movies with these and make $1 billion. Pirates of the Caribbean been doing it.
No,
there's lots of films that do it.
That was an original Disney movie though. Like, see stuff like that. But
I disagree with that one though.
Why you disagree? How?
Yeah, disagree because I be on Facebook and stuff a lot. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter a lot, and if there's like a trash trailer that comes out or a trash movie that comes out, man, I be seeing comments. It be like 2,000 comments, 3K comments, all saying it suck. Not just because it got good eye candy, but if a movie is bad,
give me an example.
They will say it's bad.
Give me an example that's not Ghostbusters 2016.
Say what's
a
coming
big
out?
Eye candy movie that didn't do well in the box office and people didn't rush out and go see.
I've seen Transformers: The Last Stand, bro.
That thing still made like $600-700 million.
People still going to see it, but
that's the point.
Stop going to see it.
Well, they still going to see it, but they still talk bad about it. And like say, it was a great movie. It was awesome. They weren't saying that. They were saying, oh man, these movies trash. CGI's tight, but story's whack. Characters stupid. You know.
Yeah. Those are usually internet trolls who like to voice their opinion on social media. You said 2,000 comments. Maybe 15 million people saw that trailer.
Yeah, that's what I was going to get to.
15 million people saw it. 2,000 commented. Who the freak cares about that 2,000 people? 15 million regular Joes who are going to take their families to go watch it, who are on their break at work. Oh, let me see a trailer. Oh, that looks good. I can't wait to take everybody to go see it.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? That's who
up
Disney's getting.
Versus the thumbs down, too. Yeah, they're gonna
exactly, bro.
They're going to look at the thumbs up.
That's who Disney's getting.
But social media, has its perks. It's got its gifts and its curses as well.
Shout out to Jay-Z.
I try to use it like for that sake of good, though, because it is a cool platform to kind of like voice your opinion.
It is.
Because I get into debates all the time.
Yeah.
Like even with like critics that's in that field. Like,
facts.
And it's crazy. And sometimes we be coming out winning. Like we be tag teaming. Like we go in. Like kind of like what we do here. So I think it's still great to kind of be different, you know what I'm saying? And then, just talk about films because nobody even like really talks about films in that sense. He said it. We just so used to like gravitating to like one side, but there's always two sides to a story, even criticism, you know what I mean? And I think people forget that. And they're so critical of being attacked or judged, they don't know how to fight back because they're so used to yes, you know what I mean? So you can't be that way. Like, they're going to respect you more, like, if you feel this way about something about this, versus to just like, oh, I guess I'll side with them. And again, I'll say this again, like I've battled with critics in the industry on like stuff because they said some outlandish stuff, but because of the follower base that they had, people approved it. You see what I'm saying? Versus like being different, they're gonna look at that and I got the likes and the retweets, so like my comment was heard. You know what I'm saying? So it's a difference between kind of like just the thumbs up and the thumbs down. I think YouTube is not really the place for that. Like you said, get on that Twitter and that Facebook because it's more verbal. You know what I mean? I think it's a little different. I feel it's back and forth. Like it's not like one comment they're going. Like we be going and it'd be like hours in.
I feel that social media gave people backbones.
That's the wrong type of people backbones.
Yeah.
The type of people that would never in your life, in reality, say it to your face, gives them the courage to say it on the social media.
And to me, I feel that's not really a negative thing because sometimes people are afraid of backlash when you talk to somebody face to face, and I feel they feel a little more comfortable behind the screen.
That keyboard and that mouse is a shield.
Too comfortable.
I'm saying like they say what they really feel without fearing a punch to the throat. You know,
As
you know what I
they
mean?
should.
Filter.
The filter.
So if what you really feel is die, fat boy, black idiot,
no,
die,
no,
then they should get a punch in the throat.
No, not like that.
Fatality.
I mean,
That's what they're saying. HG3.
You need a balance in the world. There's no balance.
As far as movie wise, they'll a person that's I want to say weak minded or has no backbone was
Say like citizen. You
a
gonna
passive
start
no,
person.
finish him words.
Yeah.
Someone who's passive.
You tell me, hey, Star Wars Last Jedi was trash. It was weak, and
your words.
and it is.
Yeah.
But then say I'm a person that has no courage. I'd be like, I'm really thinking, no, I liked it in my head. But to you, since you're very imposing, I'd be like, what?
I get that.
Maybe, it was trash, I guess.
But that's like
but
that's like a private conversation. That's not with the companies. That's not you telling Disney your film sucked. That's just.
That's the beginning of it.
But
see what you did right there.
Yeah.
That's the beginning of it. That's great. Just go in.
Yeah. The problem
People
is
can do it, but they're
intimidated by that. They're intimidated by that. Bro, there was more discussions being had outside the movie theater 10 years ago, bro.
Y'all gonna be cool
versus
after
now.
that conversation.
Bruh,
Social
it's
media,
only us.
people can't wait.
It's only us outside. It's only us.
It's us.
And it's always one or two random guys or girls.
Walk up.
Depends.
Exactly.
They walk up. What y'all talking about?
Exactly.
Yeah, I like this.
What you talking
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now I can't wait to get on my phone and tell the world about how I feel about this movie,
Got it.
rather than the
Got it.
people I saw the movie with.
You can do both. It's
In the
not
theater.
a problem.
Bruh,
You can do
who
both.
the hell?
Social media is ruining our society.
Like we
That's
sit
what
there
it
and
is.
eat instead of telling the person next to you, man, this is good. And it's delicious.
Put the picture on.
Did you like my picture? What'd you write?
Triple.
Read it.